Welcome to an audit of Palantyr's Panopticon, examining the rhetoric and militarized monopolies of the tech elite. We will look at how they weaponize classical tropes to obscure the extractive logics of surveillance. The civilizational framing by tech elites is a deliberate strategy. It's platformed by Western media to naturalize data-driven governance as inevitable, legitimizing a privatized security state under the mask of the Philosopher King. The fusion of surveillance and civilizational discourse has deep colonial roots. Palantir accelerates this 19th-century ambition, where surveilled populations are entire populations made legible for extraction. Populations are no longer citizens, they are quarries. We contrast the civilizational manifesto's claim of neutral algorithms for global order with the reality of contested technologies for geopolitical dominance. The promise of objective data analysis is a positivist illusion, masking racial disparities and algorithmic bias. The geography of deployment is inherently asymmetrical. The system disproportionately targets marginalized groups. Dissent is often reclassified as a threat to quote, order, yielding disproportionate targeting against Black American neighborhoods and the Palestinian territories. The manifesto relies on a positivist epistemology, treating proprietary, unpeer-reviewed data as objective truth. Artistic and spiritual traditions warn against this Faustian bargain, where mistaking the metric for reality trades true understanding for the illusion of order. Data systems replicate the extractive logics of 19th-century racial science. Indigenous data sovereignty movements reject this reduction of complex social realities into quantifiable metrics. Knowledge is a shared resource, not a weapon. The Western model of surveillance capitalism relies on the stealth extraction of individualized data. This stands in stark opposition to cross-cultural epistemologies, such as the African concept of Ubuntu, where knowledge is intrinsically relational. The trickster figure exposes Palantyr's dual role as a state messenger and data thief. The absurdity lies in a company that profits from war presenting itself as a philosopher king. Profiteers of war cannot be arbiters of progress. The audit reveals omissions. The complicity of Silicon Valley venture capital, structural violence inherent in algorithmic governance, and profit-driven partnerships with authoritarian regimes. The silences in the rhetoric are louder than the manifesto. We face divergent futures, the cloud versus the trust. Will we accept a future where private actors dictate security policies, or will we build alternatives governed by decentralized, community-owned data trusts? Corrective measures include democratizing and regulating data. This involves establishing community data trusts and regulating algorithmic warfare, banning predictive policing and military AI in civilian contexts, similar to the Ottawa Treaty on landmines. Further corrective measures require decolonizing tech education by integrating indigenous relational knowledge and ethical frameworks. We must also invest in cooperative models, redirecting capital to open-source, decentralized platforms. Palantyr's rhetoric is a symptom of a crisis, the fusion of surveillance capitalism, militarism, and imperialism. Extractive data models are the new colonial census. Data as a tool of domination is not inevitable. This audit is complete, advocating for a future where data serves life, not war. The findings are now routing to the public archive.